Hello and welcome to a quick demo of our new Insights feature. It is available in preview mode at the moment and it allows you to generate various reports about your infrastructure using a large language model that is processing your request and node metrics to generate the report. Let's head over to the Insights tab and generate our first anomaly analysis report. We will select the time window for 12 hours with an anomaly rate of 10%, all the metrics and all the nodes. What we're greeted with is a full anomaly report of our infrastructure over the last 12 hours. We can see that the system is stable with low-level anomalies, it found some critical and warning alerts, and the main point of focus is the resource utilization on some specific nodes. The anomaly overview breaks down what happened to our infrastructure. It says that the Windows systems had the highest anomaly rates, Linux infrastructure was generally stable, and the main anomalies were around 10:30 and 11 o'clock. In the pie chart, there's the anomaly distribution by node category. High anomaly metrics presents us the main anomalous metrics in the time frame, and as we can see here, it was only one, and it was concerning the degradation of performance on the net framework security validation. Temporal patterns gives us the windows where the main anomalies were detected, along with some stable periods and the insights on the general patterns. We can also see in the chart that the WS 2022 node was the most anomalous compared to the other systems. The correlation analysis explains to us that all the anomalies are independent. Every node that had an anomaly had it on its own, nothing was correlated between nodes. And finally, the root cause analysis presents us with the main anomalies, why they happened, and also recommends us some actions. Next up, we got the capacity planning report. Creating one for the full year on all nodes, we can see which points of our infrastructure need some care and maybe increased resources. As we see, the report immediately presents us with capacity concerns, CPU utilization trends that we might need to increase the quota on that node. There's a severe disk space fill-up case, other systems have high system load and I/O wait times, and we can also see significant traffic across the infrastructure. On current utilization for June 2025, we can see that it spreads the issues on critical, warning, and then the resource distribution, which indicates that there is high utilization on some nodes, there are some stable nodes, and there's also geographic spread that finds the main issues happening on AWS US East 1 region. Now on growth trends, we can see over a 12-month period what happened to CPU, disk, and network. We can see that our CPU changes by 0.5% every month. There's a 2 to 3 gigabyte monthly increase across the infrastructure on disk, and there is an increase also in network traffic. We also get some key growth drivers, and below that we have a year's worth of data, and we can visually inspect what happened in that year and in the individual months. Then we have the capacity forecast, what will happen in the future. For metrics that are in the future, we get some quarterly warnings, what will happen in the next quarters and when we need to intervene. And for the storage capacity, we can see that one of our nodes needs immediate action within the next 48 hours to not fill up its disk. On bottlenecks and constraints, we can see for each metric what slows down the infrastructure, what is close to being saturated. Then we get a list of optimization opportunities within the first 30 days, the first 3 months, and then the rest of the following year of what we can do to better improve our infrastructure. And finally, on recommendations, we get a consolidated list of what we should do to take care of the crisis that is happening on our infrastructure. Now let's create an infrastructure summary for the last 2 days on all of our nodes to see what is going on. As we can see, the report indicates that our system status is degraded. There is moderate stress, saturation of resources, and some network anomalies. We get a detailed view of our topology and type of infrastructure that we have, a rundown of our alerts. We get some key insights on what happened through that time window, indicating that our CPU utilization increased significantly, and that we also have a capacity planning gap that we discovered in our previous report also in terms of disk space. We then get some performance metrics and we can visually see what happened through the last 48 hours. You can see an increase in disk I/O and an increase in outgoing network traffic, and then a performance summary of the critical nodes in our infrastructure. Finally, we get some action items of what we should do within the next 2 hours, 24 hours, and the next week. These are generally good things to do to make the infrastructure more healthy. Let's make a performance optimization report for the past 7 days on all nodes. As we can see, similarly to the pattern of the previous reports, there's critical action required in this infrastructure. On the bottleneck analysis, we can see that our CPU and disk space are the main ones, followed up by I/O weight and system load. Resource utilization explains on which nodes there's a very high utilization of resources and gives us an overview for the main metrics. Finally, on optimization recommendations, we can see action items to fix and optimize our infrastructure. Again, they're grouped on short, medium, and long term, so you can prioritize what you do. And this was a quick overview on our demo space of the new Insights feature. As you see, we have a rather unhealthy system. We were able to see the main issues and bottlenecks, and we also got some pretty good recommendations on what to do next. Be sure to check Insights on your space. Thanks for watching and make sure to stick around for more.